Welcome back to the MJ Morning Show microphones. Bryan Stern, the CEO, the big dude running Gray Bull Rescue, this private rescue operation, rescuing Americans and undergoing these amazing missions around the planet. When no one else will do it, Gray Bull will do it.
We just got back. We got back around 2 a.m., 1 a.m. this morning.
Have you been asleep yet?
I got a good half hour.
You got very good. All right.
Well, 30 minutes.
What a trooper. Now he's in the studio here at 9 o'clock.
Well, it's MJ. It's MJ.
Well, thank you.
Wolf Blitzer called, and I was like, Wolf, I'm very busy. I got to tell you, I'm going on MJ. You got to understand, you got to understand. And then, Cuomo called also, and I was like, yeah, you didn't like me before, and now you want me. And like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, so what's the deal? You guys did this is a little different than some of the rescues that you've done in the past, right?
Different but very similar, right? So this operation, what's called Little Bird 1 and 2, Rosie and Christina, who are they're 6-year-old Haitian girls that are being adopted by Americans. So they're about to be American citizens. Their families are Americans. One's from California, one's from Nebraska.
Haiti is like overrun with these gangs and these warlords. Haiti is a mess right now.
Haiti, we used to say that the best thing that could happen in Haiti to kind of reset Haiti is a really terrible earthquake. Then that happened.
Yeah.
And then that didn't work. And then we said, wow, I guess that wasn't bad enough. Then they did another earthquake to reset.
Guess what? My brother was there in like 2010, 2011. Yep. There was a big quake. My brother's a surgeon, and he was there in a medical tent on the airfield at the main airport in Port-au-Prince. He was there for 3 weeks.
I was there for about 4 minutes yesterday.
Oh. All right, so why did you have to fly in with this unbelievable operation to extract these girls?
So what happens is there's lots of kids that their families have been killed, and they're orphans. They're orphans. Yeah. And then American families say, I want to give these kids an opportunity. They're up a creek without a paddle, but I want to do something about it.
So the orphanages are packed in Haiti.
Filled. Wow. Thousands of people have been slaughtered like sheep and barbecue. There's actual cannibals in Haiti. The lead gang guy, his name is Barbecue. He got the name because he barbecues people and eats them.
Are you serious?
True story.
It's some really terrible things going on.
Really terrible. Really terrible. And the problem with Haiti is that the bad guys really don't want anything. They're not there for God. They're not there for a political whatever. They're not
there for money. They're there for...
There's pissed off people who just want to kill stuff. I mean, they're just really... They don't want anything.
You can't negotiate with the people in Haiti right now.
They don't want anything. So if you go to the bad guys and say, what will it take for you to put your guns down? They look at you like you're stupid.
Yeah.
Who hired you to... How did you get involved in the rescuing of these two girls? And what was the red tape? What was hung up?
Rosie's both families. We've been working with this family since March last year. So this has been a 12-month operation.
So they had gotten the adoptions certified, but then it all got messed up.
And then they have to get passports and visas and all kinds of crazy things.
And with the government in disarray and...
It's a mess. It's
right.
Haiti, under good circumstances, their government doesn't function as well as it could, right?
Yep.
U.S. Embassy Port-au-Prince remains, but they're taxed. It's a high-threat environment. It's like being in an embassy in Afghanistan.
Wow.
It's a war zone. So you need security details, all that stuff. So we've been working with these families for a long time. The adoption agency, who's our friends now, at first didn't really believe in us, to be honest. And now we're very close. Now we're really good friends. And what happens is these kids need to get out and get to America legally and safely. And there's no good way to do that.
So the paperwork was done, but the kids couldn't get out?
So what happens is finally, after 12 months, Rosie's family's been working on this for 4 years.
Where are they from, Rosie's family?
California.
So they're in California, and there's a couple that wanted to adopt a little Haitian girl, 6 years old, that otherwise wouldn't have a chance.
They started when she was 3 years old.
Wow.
So, it's a long process. So finally everything is done. The problem is, how do you get out?
Yeah.
How do you get out? Well, normally, if you're going to go adopt, you just came back from the Philippines, you want to adopt a little Filipino baby, you and the wife, you fly to the Philippines, you
go to the airport, you go to the place, you sign the paper.
And then you fly out with your kid with a visa and all the things. Right? Well, you can't exactly do that in Haiti.
No.
So what do you do? It's hard, and it's dangerous, and it's scary. Sometimes they'll just put a kid on a plane with a caregiver they put him on a bus through gang-ridden wherever and through this terrible place, and they go up to Cape Haitian and hope to God that a plane shows up.
All right, so one girl's Rosie at 6, going to a California couple, waiting years to get the little girl.
Yep.
Give her a better life. The other child, also 6?
Just turned 7.
Just turned 7. Where's that family?
Nebraska. No,
Wow.
outside Lincoln, Nebraska.
Wow.
So these are just American families.
Were both girls at the same orphanage?
No.
So, tell.
Yeah.
We don't have a ton of time, but tell me how this happened.
So essentially,
how do you extract two little girls?
Well, number one is get them in the same place at the same time to make my life easier, which is not that hard to do. So Little Bird 1 is Rosie. Little Bird 2 is Christina.
Those are the code names?
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, Little Birds, which is really annoying.
Did you say the birds are in the nest?
So Mike Durant from Black Hawk Down is on our board.
Yeah.
He's the pilot that got shot down.
Yep.
And in the movie, their go code was Irene. So every time we do helicopter stuff in honor of him, we always say Irene, just to make him cringe a little bit.
Gotcha.
Anyway, these two kids are in the middle of gangland. They're in a really, 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 really bad spot.
Wow.
The gangs are incredibly unpredictable. They wake up pissed off, and they're not exactly a strategic enemy trying to maneuver, and they're
no care for human life.
They're just punk. They're just punks.
Are they drugged out as well?
Oh yeah. They're armed to the teeth. Armed to the teeth.
Great.
And they kill everything they can find.
Oh my God.
Rosie's orphanage. I think it's Rosie's orphanage was burned to the ground.
How'd you get both kids in the same spot?
We have a guy on the ground who is a friend who was actually with us. If you look at any of the video, he's the guy that was in the video. He was brave and went to both locations and then got them to our helicopter landing zone. And the HLZ that we used was extremely, extremely, extremely specific.
Where'd you get the copter?
Donors.
Wow.
So we went down on Thursday night. We flew the families out. And as we landed,
what airline do you fly to? I mean, because a lot of the airlines, the planes were getting shot just a couple of months ago. They were shooting at Spirit Airlines flying into Port-au-Prince.
It's funny because just a few hours ago they were shooting at helicopters too.
So you guys got shot at?
So we flew into Dominican Republic, which is on the same island as Haiti,
as a border,
right? And
DR is just behind Haiti.
Correct. And the problem is the Dominicans and the Haitians hate each other.
Yep.
So you can't fly. It's against the law, their law, to go from Dominican to Haiti and Haiti into Dominican Republic.
Right.
Not allowed to. So what we do is we fly the families from Nebraska and California to here, to Tampa. They're actually here right now, staying by the airport with the kids. We came in last night. They're here today. My team and I deployed to Dominican Republic. We have helicopters lined up, and the plan is to fly helicopters from the Dominican Republic to Turks and Caicos, which is legal, and then Turks and Caicos into Haiti, which is legal.
Right.
Refuel in Haiti, which is kind of a pain, but it's doable.
That sounds sketchy.
It's not terrible, but it's a thing. Land at a helicopter landing zone and get the kids to us, and then fly back to Turks and Caicos and get onto a jet. And then that jet is going to bring us to Tampa.
Get on an American Airlines flight to Miami.
How
do you get
private jet?
Oh, private jet.
Private jet. Well,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the time of day they're doing this is not a scheduled
This
flight.
was well funded with donor money.
This was well supported with lots of great donors. Will Smith.
This sounds like a $200,000 project.
Right about there. Will Smith Aviation from right here in Tampa. We was kind enough. So our plane at the last minute fell apart.
What? What do you mean fell apart? Like the Bluesmobile?
No. The deal.
I thought maybe I thought the rudder fell off.
Well, it's funny that you say. We landed on a rooftop.
Right.
All right, on a rooftop.
Right.
If you watch the video, it's wild. We landed the small helicopter on a rooftop on a building in Haiti, and the reason why we did that is because it had been raining the last few days. Our helicopter has wheels. If you land in like a soccer field, it'll sink. And we'll get stuck.
Wow.
So we
can't do that.
Can't do that.
The skids.
And there's no skids. It's just three little wheels.
Right? Okay, gotcha.
Wheels.
Yeah.
And the other landing zone is in a bad spot that gets used all the time that I didn't think was safe. So what we did is we told the bad guys that that's where we're going. That way, if they are going to be awake that morning, they go where we're not.
Little diversion,
which we do all the time.
Right.
It's how we do. It's one of the reasons why we're successful, because we do a lot of that. We do a lot of deception operations. They think we're going to one place, and instead we land on a rooftop of a hotel.
Your stories are always unbelievable.
It's crazy.
And we got the whole thing on video, which is wild.
So we got to get the video. Andrew, how do we get the video to Andrew? Did your assistant send me the video?
I don't know, but I guess
she might have. Yeah, I've got to get. I think I do. Yes, I do. Okay. Hey, I've got photos and video of the rescue. Hey, Andrew, let me forward this to you. We got to get this up on mjmorningshow.com. All right, Andrew, let me send you.
I just texted it to you again.
All right, I do have it. Let me send this to Andrew, our producer. All right, so we can get this video up. All right, Andrew, I'm sending you. They're asking, can you obscure the tail number of the plane?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for him to do.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
away.
don't worry.
All right, so get this video up. So we'll have this up shortly at mjmorningshow.com on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. And this is your video. You'll give us permission to run the video?
Go ahead.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. But this is, you guys shot the video? It's your video?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So mjmorningshow.com. We'll have this up on As Heard on the MJ Morning Show. We'll have the link available. Andrew, why are you shaking your head in there?
What's wrong, Andrew?
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So anyway, we do our diversion, which is fine. And the previous few days it had been raining, so the ground is wet anyway.
Yep.
Bad guys don't know that that's how we think. So we fly our bird. We do the plan, and we get the kids to our landing zone to this building.
Were any actual authorities, whoever is still standing, were they going to stop your operation as well, or just the gangs?
What I would say is I wouldn't know because they wouldn't know.
Right.
Right. If we're talking to people, then we did something wrong, right?
You're not looking for government clearance on any of this.
So what we do is we file flight plans. We file flight plans because that's the right thing to do. But then we very often
Deviate for safety.
for out of necessity, out of operational necessity,
yeah.
for safety and all kinds of other things. And you wouldn't believe it. We landed here by accident. Oh, oops, we made a mistake, kind of deal. So anyway, the kids are where they're supposed to be, and the bad guys are where they're supposed to be, and the parents are where they're supposed to be, and everything lines up. Everything kind of works out, and we land this helicopter on a roof in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, surrounded by. When on our final approach, you could see, it looks like an urban virus. It looks like cancer came to a country.
Oh my
is what
God.
it looks like.
God.
It's exactly what it
Yeah.
looks like. So you can't tell the impoverished from the dangerous. It's kind of all
They're blended together.
It's
Yeah.
all one big
Intermingled.
thing. So Haiti's an interesting place because normally when you go to war zones, you can see, okay, there are the tanks, there are the troop movements.
Those are soldiers. Those
Everything's
are civilians.
it's all commingled, is what you're saying.
You really can't tell.
Yeah.
You really can't tell. It's
Wow.
very hard to see. So we conduct our operation very, very, very fast. These things look like a heist. It looks like a bank robbery is what it looks like. It's very fast. There's no one sitting around
like
going.
hit and run.
It's very, very, very fast. When we landed on the roof, my team and I, we entered the building from the roof, and
Were you guys rappelling? Hut.
No. We go through the door.
Right.
We go through the door,
Yeah.
and then the building security guy was kind of confused as to why a helicopter is on his roof, and he had the fright of his life. We come down the steps, and we're coming in pretty hard, and he's coming
Are
up
you
the
guys,
steps.
you guys carrying? You're armed? Or?
No, we're humanitarians.
Yeah.
We don't do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, but he probably has to change his underwear if I had to guess.
Gotcha.
Was not.
You
not,
wearing like combat looking outfits and
we're in like kind of a blend,
Right.
but we're coming in real hard,
Yeah.
real fast. We're running. This is real fast.
you have comms and everything. And,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We have radios and all that crap. So anyway, we get inside. We find the kids. We find their caregiver guy. We do a quick identity check to make sure that they are who they are because I don't know them.
You don't want to take the wrong kid.
I don't want to take the wrong kid, number one. I also want to make sure that I'm not exfilling someone who can't come. So we've seen pictures of the visas, but I like to put my hands on them because people are desperate.
Right.
And they do crazy things because they're desperate, which is fine. So I like to actually see the American visa to know that I'm not doing human smuggling or something or bringing people in that I shouldn't. I like to do everything legally, which is hard to do this heist legally thing. It's difficult, right? So anyway, so we get them, we confirm everything, we grab them up and we sprint up, 6-7 flights of steps with each one of my guys had a kid, and we run to the rooftop, load them on the helicopter. That's the video, and then we peel out. And as we peel out, normally when you take off in a helicopter, you kind of you pull pitch and you get to a good altitude, and then you kind of whatever. That's not this. This is spinning. The tires are squealing.
Yeah.
The tires
Wow.
are squealing. So he pulls pitch as he does a hard bank left, and we do a circle out, and then off to Turks and Caicos we go.
How long was the flight from Port-au-Prince to Turks and Caicos in the chopper?
91 minutes.
Wow.
It's a long flight.
Wow,
For
a
two
chopper.
6-year-olds.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
2 little girls. They don't know us. We're a bunch of angry white guys.
And the adoptive parents, they're on the ground in Turks and Caicos.
No, they're in Tampa.
They they're back here.
Yep,
Okay,
they're
gotcha.
here.
Wow.
Yeah, they're here.
Wow.
And we keep them in it. We have an office at Rocky Point. We keep them there because when there's problems, if there's a document problem, I need to know that I can have them on speed dial. So my team of case managers, who are the real unsung heroes of Gray Bull Rescue. My whole team is volunteers. No one's paid.
All right, off the roof in Port-au-Prince with the two girls that are getting adopted and couldn't get out of the country because of the war-torn nature of Haiti. So 91 minutes over to Turks and Caicos.
Yep.
How quickly were you wheels up out of Turks and Caicos in the jet?
So our jet
Back to Tampa.
Our jet arrived at the same exact time as our helicopter.
Oh, wow.
Perfectly synchronized.
Wow.
But
like a Lear 45 or something?
It's a Citation 7. So
Gotcha.
Nice plane.
Yep.
Will Smith's jet over at Will Smith Aviation's gorgeous plane.
Gotcha.
I fly like Bon Jovi. The government of Turks and Caicos holds us
Why?
because they're not smart.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. We have visas. We have everything. The State Department's emailing them. State Department was great. Great. Big shout out to U.S. Embassy Port-au-Prince. They bent over backwards. Customs and Border Patrol bent over backwards because we're legitimate and we're good and we're not a bunch of chuckleheads. And these kids are just kids. They have the clothes on their back. They came without even a toothbrush.
Wow.
They have nothing. They have absolutely nothing. They don't even have socks. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And you got back at 2 a.m. to Tampa International.
Done.
You
How long
landed
did they
Tampa or PIE?
Tampa.
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 Gotcha.
How long did they hold you in Turks and Caicos?
9 hours.
So,
And they were like, and the Turks and Caicos people were like, yeah, well, we're going to have to take the kids into custody for their welfare. And we're like, oh, this is about to turn out very poorly for you because bottom line is I love Turks and Caicos. Provo is one of my favorite places in the world.
they're having problems, though, with tourists getting robbed. They're having an issue in Providenciales now.
And the reason why is because their government people are not the best.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality of it.
So how'd you get the kids out after a 9-hour hold?
Just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and bickering and bickering and
Did
bickering.
the
over nothing.
ambassador get involved? Or?
There is no U.S. ambassador in Turks and Caicos.
Oh, wow.
We don't have an embassy there. With the Bahamas covers it in Nassau.
Ah, gotcha.
So,
Satellite.
it was just a little bit of a mess, but that's what we're good at, though. We're good at problems. This is our 729th mission.
Wow.
Okay, 729 missions. These two kids, 7,128.
So you landed Shelter or something this morning?
Right at Shelter this morning.
All right. And were the adoptive parents waiting at
Oh,
Shelter?
yeah.
Right,
So
right,
they got
behind International Plaza.
They got to meet their kids
Right.
on the flight line. We came off the plane. And we did each kid. We did Rosie first, and then Christina. That way, each family can kind of have their moment with their kids. They've been working on these kids for Christina. I think
So-
6 years.
Privately funded and about a $200,000 operation.
Entirely donor funded.
Yep.
Not even a dollar, let alone a thank you note, let alone anything from the government.
Yep.
Nothing.
Nothing.
No one's paid, and we don't charge money.
Wow.
Yeah, everything. It's a volunteer
But
operation.
It's not about money.
You rescue Americans that are being held in prisons around the world.
We've done it all. We've had hostages on your show.
Yeah.
We've done
Oh, yeah.
victims of war
Yeah.
crimes, unlawfully detained,
Folks,
kidnapped.
The MJ Morning Show loves this operation. It's Gray Bull Rescue. If you would like to donate to this 501c3 nonprofit, just go to
GrayBullRescue.org.
graybullrescue.org and whatever, $10, $20, $50, $100, whatever you can do.
Anything. And a lot of people give us in-kind donations. That's what Will did, right? Will didn't give us money. He flew his plane.
Gave you the plane.
Flew the plane down.
The Will Smith?
Yeah.
Will Smith from Tampa.
Well,
not movie star Will
okay,
Smith.
okay.
Yeah. He wasn't slapping anyone.
Hey, when I'm saying the Will Smith, I mean the Tampa Will Smith.
that's the one.
Yeah, obviously. Damon from HeliSolve, Stuart Weiss from City Garage Motorsports, the NASCAR. They heard us on your show, contacted us because of you, MJ, and they sponsor us on their car. They were part of this thing.
Wow. Our reach is pretty
huge.
big in the Tampa Bay area, so
Huge.
happy to help you guys.
And that's really what it's all about. Is we don't always just need money. People have stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's tangible things you need to
We
pull
need
off an
all
operation.
kinds of stuff.
Stuff
Laptops, phones,
stuff
radios.
or money.
You know, if you have a construction company, probably you have radios. I need radios.
Yeah.
If you have a construction company, you have respirators. I need respirators. It's not just about dollars and cents. There's a lot of really creative ways that people can help us. They just have to just choose to help.
graybullrescue.org. It's always great to have you in the studio, Brian.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Bryan
Love being
Stern,
here.
former Special Forces. You were a SEAL, right?
No, I'm not a SEAL. I'm an intelligence officer.
I'm sorry. You were. But what you have SEALs that work with you.
I was on a SEAL team for a long time, and I have SEALs on my crew.
All right.
Yeah.
So you were. That's right. You were part of a SEAL team.
Correct.
And you were intel for years.
27. Can you believe it?
Wow.
27 years.
That's amazing.
It sounds like a life sentence.
Great Bull. Well, thanks to your service to this country. So
My pleasure.
And continuing with private operations now. GrayBullRescue.org, based right here in Tampa, right in Rocky Point is where they're based. Give them a hand. GrayBullRescue.org. Bryan, always great to see you, buddy.
Always. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Did you like the video? Want more? Go ahead and click all this like, share, subscribe,